I have this philosophy with life. It's like, don't say why, say why not. Not why not? So when somebody would say, "You want to do this?" I would say, "Yeah, why not?" Buzz Aldrin and I were good friends and dive buddies. We dove all over the world together. And one time we were sitting in a panga in the Bahamas, just the two of us, and he said, "You ought to get involved in space law." And this was right around the time I did the book. It was 2000, 2001. And I said, "Oh, okay, Buzz Aldrin, how do I get involved in space law?" And he said, "I'll help you out." So he introduced me to some people, and I got involved in private space early. I was general counsel of the X Prize Foundation. Was sitting around a table with Elon Musk and Larry Page and Sergey Brin right after Google went public, and he'd sold PayPal. And talking to Larry and Sergey about, should we buy a jet? I don't know. We're not really jet people. Think about how long ago that was. And I was just in it at the beginning, and I was the only lawyer most of them knew, and I was the only lawyer that did the things. Dove to the Titanic and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Went diving with Buzz Aldrin.
I think a lot of why the worst case scenario survival handbook has remained in print and popular, I think, is because it answers people's biggest fears, or at least what they think their biggest fears, some of their biggest fears are. So I'm curious, as somebody who's, at least part of your career is in putting yourself into some pretty dangerous situations compared to your average human anyway.
Yeah.
How do you see fear? Like, or do you have fear? Or are you just
No, I am. The only thing that I'm afraid of is something bad happening to my children
same?
or my wife. I don't. I
Yeah,
don't.
same.
I don't have
But
fear
but
for
to
my.
my children, not yours or your wife. Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I don't. I'm not afraid to die. I'm not. I mean, God, if I was, I would have never left the house. But I never. I've been close so many times.